Hi, welcome to the Artistic Mystic and Muse channel. I'm Nancy, your mystical muse. My subscribers, great to see you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. But newcomers, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Oh, well, this reading is for, make sure I get the date right here, the 20th through the 26th of June, 2021. And there's been, it seems like a bit of a theme of some things through the weeks as I've been preparing cards and things, but you know, there's the idea of finishing things up, shedding things, healing things, and then preparing, starting to lay the groundwork for the manifesting and the direction, the focus of where the collective, where you individually also want to go. So with that, we'll get started. And I'm going to start with my B oracles. So the B oracle cards, they're listed down below, the links to my Game Crafter store. But bees are one of my totem animals. So, and I was guided to make this deck. It says, earn your stripes. So, it means do the work, right? Be original in what you're creating and doing, your thoughts, and be faithful. Keeping the faith. I actually used all three of my decks, but I'm going to use the one here at the end. The keys to the 13 universal laws. The universal laws govern everything. It's that which creates the blueprint for everything in the universe, and the universe is beyond that. So the bottom of the deck, it's mindfulness. Being mindful of your thoughts, your words, your actions, because the universal laws of cause and effect and polarity are, to me, those are key. The 13th law is love, and it governs everything. It's the biggest one. But when you make a choice, that's a cause. You're creating an effect with that choice or that thought. And then polarity looks at that, what you've thrown out there and what you're to receive. And polarity says, well, hey, if they're not, you know, coming from a heart-centered place or a positive place, where are they? And I'm going to give them the same level of things. So that's why it is really important with your thoughts, your words, your actions, so that, you know, if you're kind and you're working from a heart space and what have you, you're bringing those wonderful things to you, not things, as we say, from a lower vibration. So that's the overlying energy. We also have prosperity, integrity, standing in your truth, coming from a person of integrity, of quality, friendship, and self-love. So self-love is very important. You've got to come from a place of self-love. You have to, because you're meant to love yourself, and you only have yourself technically. So be sure you do that. Friendships are important. I've seen that in some of the readings as they've rolled out for the month, that you need to have a tribe, and it doesn't have to be a group. It can be one person, but somebody who kind of gets you, and so that you can help. You have someone to talk to bounce ideas off of, to provide you some kind of support. If you go to my Facebook page, the Artistic Mystic and Muse on Facebook, I've created a group called Light Seekers of Infinite Growth. And so that community there is to help support, to provide guidance, to, you know, allow people who are open-minded and looking at things to have discussions, learn new things. So if that interests you, check it out, especially if you don't feel you have a place to go. That's what it was designed for. So I look forward to maybe seeing you there. So friendship is important, that you have friends, a community, somebody that you can connect with and interact with. Yeah. So we also have the wall, obstacles, and that might be why. You're going to be dealing with some things, and the other cards pertain to this. I don't know what your wall is going to be. The wall could be your own blockage, for example, but it could also be something that you've been trying to do, and the universe just keeps saying, nope. I've had a little of that this week. So it provides you with a way to, someone or your tribe, your person can help you see around it. Maybe you've got to go around the wall another way or up over it, right? And you also have lost in space, needing direction. So maybe you've gotten to a point Hang on, I need to pause for just 1 second. Sorry about that. My sinuses, they started running and I sneezed. Lost in space, needing direction. You may have been working towards something or thinking about something, but you're kind of stuck, right? Maybe that's the wall. Creatively, emotionally, physically, spiritually, whatever that is for you. And so you need the voice of reason or somebody to provide you an alternative perspective. And the bottom of that deck, we have Sky Bridge, possibility for union. So that may be what this friendship does. It bridges the gap. It bridges like where you're kind of lost or where the wall, maybe there's more than one wall and you're trying to figure out how to get across. That's what that's going to assist you with. Because we also have distant thunder, clear the air. So the wall could also be a situation or a person that has not been, it's not been correct. It's not been just, it's been unfair, it's been whatever it is that you need to release it. And that's where the friendship comes in, someone you can vent to, you can let go, and they can kind of like, just to listen, just a person who can listen. You also have Journey by Moonlight. It says, believe in magic. That's important. There's magic all around us. Synchronicities, right? Divine timing, but little things that are beautiful and magical. So that will help you focus on the positive, and I would say that's important. It says, uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. So there may be something that you've been looking at. Maybe that's why you need the other perspective or another direction. You've looked at it, but not in that way. And that actually, it's like, we call that a blessing in disguise or a happy accident. That's where you're needing a tribe or someone else to help you to see that. That is the obstacle, is you've been blocked, or you've blocked it yourself from being able to see what lies beneath. So that's, yeah. First light, beginning a new cycle. So whatever this last little thing is, or maybe this new cycle you're looking at and you're like, how is that my new segment of my path or journey? Because in your mind, you thought it would be something else. Usually what the divine has for you, it's way better than what you anticipated, but it may not always initially look like what you had thought in your head. But the new cycle's coming, and that's what you're asked to consider. And that's why you maybe need some assistance. We also have overcoming an obstacle. You can overcome everything. So whatever this wall is, whatever this obstacle is for you, it will be cleared, but you maybe need a little help in seeing the forest through the trees. We also have the hawk, omens and messages. I was just talking about synchronicities and signs. The hawks are one of my totem animals. They're one of my strong totem animals beside the crow. They usually bring messages from the higher realm. They also look at things from a different perspective, right? And in this case, they're saying that maybe there's been an omen. There will be an omen or a sign, maybe in the form of an actual hawk, that may fly by or close proximity enough that it catches your attention, that it's a message for you. And birds must be a thing, but at the bottom of the deck, it says the raven, magic, coincidence, synchronicities, and events. And I just was talking about that, the synchronicities and events, and you had the magic card too. So pay attention, be open to those things that are going to be presented to you. And then we have the card impatience. My life is unfolding in divine timing. All delays are beneficial. I'm always at the right place at the right time. We talked about the block, the wall, whatever that is. There's a reason. Maybe it's been put on hold temporarily, or you've hit a day or two or a week of a roadblock because something is being prepared. You don't want to force it. It's supposed to come. You're supposed to relax and let it come to you, right? That's not saying you don't put in the effort and you do everything you can possibly do and then you release it. But don't try to go up against it, because you'll keep hitting roadblocks because it's not meant for you. There's some other portion of this that's meant for you, right? You got to wait for it. Bottom of the deck, we have intention. Intention is simply allowing the will and the mind to align and move in harmony. May I always focus on the highest. My intention is that all God's wishes for me come true. So they're talking about you being in alignment, where you That's why you're feeling maybe lost or a little bit stuck, where these blockages have come in, because you're not totally in alignment. Something is off. Maybe you're overthinking it, right? Or trying to plan so much ahead instead of letting it unfold more naturally. So you're not in alignment with your heart space or your higher self. Oh, they said take the next one. Patience. If you've tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. Embracing the problem. Maybe you're having to learn to pause, learn to be patient, release control. May I let this be for now? Help me relax and trust everything I need will be met. Often change soon follow. Your needs are going to be met. It's about trusting in the divine and allowing that to unfold for you. Wow, that's pretty cool. Storm fields. This talks about a storm, coming out of the storm. This is your wall. This is your obstacle. Distant thunder. So this is a reoccurring theme for this week. So whatever that is, it could be very big, it could be very small. Whatever that is, you need to surrender. And then you have an 11, balancing act. We just talked about that. So being in alignment, being in balance. Gentle gardener. This talks about you not only being gentle with yourself, but also asking you to get out in nature, being a good person on the planet, helping taking care of the planet, Mother Gaia. And nature is a healer. So maybe getting out into nature, that way connecting, that will also help bring perhaps some balance, some insight, some calm, because it can ruffle your feathers, right? When you're just like, it's not working. So maybe you need to get in nature and just chill. Magic prayer. Your prayers have been heard and they will be answered, but they are going to be answered in divine timing and in the way the divine sees what's best for you, right? So you need continue to pray, continue to be grateful, but release it and know that they hear you. They get it. Spark. So maybe what's going to happen is this time of stuckness, or this time of where you're put in a holding pattern, something else is going to come out of it. Maybe it's that friend you talk to, and something's going to click, and it's like, oh, I hadn't thought of doing it that way, or I hadn't thought of even maybe going to that person or that resource, or maybe taking my idea. It's like, oh, it needs tweaked. I hadn't thought, if I had pursued with it, maybe this wouldn't have worked out. So there's some kind of spark coming, and sparks are good. Protecting treasure. Know that the abundance and what you're going after, what you are moving towards, this journey you're on at this point, it's protected. You are protected. But there is a metamorphosis going on. It's a shift in you, and that's probably why you're being made to wait. This wall, this obstacle, you're being made to be uncomfortable, because there may be something you haven't looked quite at completely, or you didn't see it, and they're trying to get you to notice what that is, because it's going to require you making a choice. There may be a change, which is a choice you make, right? That's needed, but if you hadn't slowed down, they said slow and steady, you wouldn't have seen it otherwise. And that's why you're stuck in the mud. Part of it is because maybe you haven't quite as thought out as well as you thought you had, whatever this is. So yeah, you're being put on pause and asking you to outreach so that you can make sure that it's exactly the way it's supposed to be, but it's also then the delays are to help you move into that when you're supposed to. So what we need to know for the week. We have the 7 of Pentacles. So this is all about planting seeds and nurturing them for harvest. So we're now in, the 20th through the 26th. So what seeds have you maybe planted, and they're planted, but you got to weed it. You got to work some kinks out. You got to nurture it, take care of it. And I'm also getting that whatever this nurturing is of these ideas, these seeds, this creativity, it's a collaboration. It's you, could be you with your higher self and source, God, the universe. It could also be you with another person and divinity, or you just working with other people to grow these seeds, to collaborate with these seeds. The other thing they're asking you to do, which is maybe your challenge, we have the Page of Wands. And this is usually about taking action, but it's clarified by the Hierophant. So what this is telling me, based on the other cards, is that you're all ready to take action, go swiftly, go forward, and Divinity's saying, slow up, wait, slow down, look at this a little differently. There may be something you're missing. So to get centered, get aligned, connect in prayer, meditation, but you need to do that. Like the hand of God, right? So they're saying, whoa. Spirit's advice. The Ten of Pentacles are coming. The Ten of Pentacles, what you see as the Ten of Pentacles is coming. And there may be something that's needed completed first for this abundance to come in. Oh, and it's the bees. The bees are, working and growing and what have you, growing the pentacles. So this abundance you seek, it's in divine timing, but there is a completion that has to occur. Maybe it's your mindset before the new cycle completely kicks in, right? Because I asked for more clarification because it's really interesting to get the Ten of Pentacles and Spirit's advice. And to me, it's also about counting your blessings, looking at the blessings and abundance you currently have, like having gratitude. So that's more of what Spirit's saying, is having gratitude for these experiences as to chucking them out and like, I'm so frustrated, I can't believe I can't do that, and surrendering to that. So having gratitude to complete whatever this timing thing is that needs completed, because it's further clarified by the gratitude card and meditation and getting quiet and getting aligned and centered, which is the Four of Swords. The knights from like the Crusades, if they survived, they would sleep on one of their swords, put it under their bed or whatever, because they were grateful that the other swords in battle had not run them through. So they want you to show gratitude, slow down, pause, enjoy the experience, and don't forget to find joy in it. That's really important. Yes, it may be a delay, but there are other things you can be grateful for and to find joy and celebration in. So that's what I'm being told. Oh, my nose. I think it's running. Hang on. I don't know what's going on with my sinuses with this reading. The outcome is the High Priestess. This is you connecting with your innate wisdom, your knowledge. And it also speaks about intuition, as well as the Priestess could also be an energy. And she doesn't show her whole, cards up, or all the cards she has. She's also very mysterious. And I keep getting that there's going to be things that are illuminated to you, or you are shown, that are kind of like a mystery, but they're meant to be in darkness or shaded until it's time. You also have the Magician. You are manifesting, getting ready to manifest. You have all the tools. We just got to get you in alignment and get you to slow down and look at things to make sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. Because justice is there. What's right for you, what is just for you, what the universe has for you that is fair, is ready to come into play. But you've got to take care of these things that we've discussed here earlier in the reading. The other outcome is the Eight of Cups. These cups have been great, but you're going for your 9th cup. What is your wish fulfillment? What's that going to be? And you will be guided and led to that, as long as we take care of whatever this delay, whatever this block is, whatever this thing is you need to see from a different perspective. You're also going to, this is the Eight of Swords, which is normally, you know what to do, but you're afraid to make that decision. You're afraid to step forward. This is in reverse. So this has been, there's going to be no more of you denying things. You're going to see things for as they are. You're not going to be working from a place of anxiety or fear or panic. That's what I'm getting. And there's healing involved with this process. It may be healing those patterns or behaviors that you have that are triggers. It also talks about the gift, the divine blessings being given to you in divine timing. So it's coming. You just got to be patient. Which brings us to the Nine of Pentacles. This is about abundance. It's about abundance. But notice in this case, the bear, he's sleeping. And spring is coming. The birds are out, but he's not quite done yet. It's almost like that's why you're being delayed. Like you're in a little incubator. The bear just needs a little more sleepy time before he goes and does his thing. And that's basically what they're saying. Bottom of the deck for the clarifiers, this is the Hermit. This talks about going within, aligning yourself so that when you follow your light, your inner compass here, a step at a time, not everything's going to be, illuminated for you except the few steps ahead of you, to trust in that. But that's why you need to be aligned, and that's why you've got to get centered so you know what to do. And then you're going to be able to move forward with knowledge, discernment, all those things that help you make those better choices, right? So the last deck I'm going to pull from is my Milagros-Miracle deck. I want to see what else we need to know for this week of the 20th through the 26th of June to help with this reading. Excuse me, something's tickling. Excuse me, something's tickling my nose with this reading. I don't know what is going on. Oh, what does the collective need to know for this reading this week? Of June 20th through 26th. Wow, crazy. Car. Slow down and enjoy the journey. Enjoy the ride. That's the overlying energy. You also have innocence and purity. So innocence and purity is coming from a heart-centered space of just love of everything. That's what purity is, coming from love in any and all things. We are not perfect, right? This is we're learning. Key. The answers lie within you, or the answers lie within you, but you've got to give it time to slow down, see it, maybe get some help with another perspective. Okay. Oh, I'm so stuffed up now. That spirit messes with my nose sometimes. So thanks for being here. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and we'll see you next week. Bye.